Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to Learn to Read Quran. So in today's class we are doing Surah Al-Humazah. Now this is going to be very good because in here on this surah I get to teach you one of the final ways of stopping that I want to teach you on this course. We've done two ways of stopping so far. So two situations where we have to use two different slightly different rules for stopping. And here we learn the third one. So without further ado, because I know you're all very excited about this, I'm going to start off this surah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Now here we go with our basmala. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I'm about to read ayah number 1 here. ويل لكل همزة لمزة. Okay, so let's pick this apart and see what's going on. Wow joining to a yeah. We've had that kind of thing before. That's not too difficult. Way. Learn with two open dhammas. I hope that sent sort of like shockwaves down your system to say, oh my gosh, I know I have to do something here. Yes, you do. You have to look and see what the next letter is. So have a quick look, see what the next letter is. It's a lam with a shadda. So you only use one of those dhammas and you join to the lam with the shadda. I know this is old hat now. We've kind of gone over this, so I won't go into it in too much detail. If you find it slightly confusing, please go back onto the lessons where we're doing the idgham, the first lesson on idgham, where we go through this in a lot of detail. So we have way, lulli, kulli, hu, ma, za, and we have another join up coming here. Tillu, ma, za. Well, what have I done here? Well, I have finished on a ta marbuta. Our basic rule of stopping is that when you stop, you take off the vowels. So here I'm taking off the vowels and you put on an imaginary sukoon. But with a ta marbuta, the tied up ta, you also take off the dots. And then you add your imaginary sukoon. So what you've actually got left is a ha with a sukoon. And that is what you're hearing me pronounce. If I start from the lam here, I have lu, ma, za. I've joined the za to a ha because the ta marbuta, whenever you stop on it, no matter what vowel is on it, not only does the vowel come off, but the dots also come off and you get left with a ha with sukoon. So this is a new way of stopping, and we'll see this throughout this surah. So here we are. We will recite ayah number 2 now. الذي جمع مالا وعدده. So I picked out a few bits as we were going through. I wanted you to make sure that you saw the two sliding fathas here on the lam, which then joined up to the wow. And obviously I kept the ghunna and I got a wow and a ghunna at the same time. And then when I finished here on the last letter, this tiny little wow gets removed, the dhamma gets removed, and it's as if it's a ha with a sukoon. So this time it really was a ha. It wasn't a ta marbuta turning into a ha, it was a ha. Ayah number 3. يحسب أن ما له أخلده. Here again, when I finish, that little wow comes off, the dhamma comes off, and there's an imaginary sukoon. Don't forget to hold the ghunna here on this noon, and don't forget the 4-count stretch here. Okay, let's move on. Ayah number 4. كلا لا ينبذن في الحطمة. Okay, so this ayah number 4, I'll go into in a little bit more detail, just so we can make sure we don't miss out any of the important points. First of all, it's a kaf that's joining to a lam with the shadda, and the lam with the shadda, then afterwards the fatha has an alif here, so I get the 2-count stretch. This is a stopping sign that means actually it would be better if you didn't stop here, but you can if you absolutely need the breath. But we don't need the breath, we've only just said one word by this point, so we can carry on and we can read through that stopping sign there. So, كلا لا يوم. What's happening here? The ya with the dhamma. It would have been me holding the ghunna as a noon, but I'm not. The meme that's written on top of the noon is telling me that I need to hold that ghunna as a meme. And yes, it's because there's a ba that comes after it. So la yum ba, then, don't forget the ghunna here on the noon with the shadda. Fil, the fa with the kasra is joining to the lam with the sukun. Hu, ta, ma. And this is again where the ta marbuta turns into a ha with sukun when you finish on it. Ayah number 5. Wa ma ad ra ka mal hu ta ma. Again, ta marbuta. Take off the dots, take off the vowel, and imagine there's a sukun. You end up with a ha with a sukun. Ayah number 6. Na الله الموقدة. Again, we have the ta marbuta that turns into a ha with sukun when you stop on it. Things to remember: the lam in the word Allah needs to be thick and heavy because you've joined up from a dhamma, and the hidden 2-count stretch is also then thick and heavy as well. Ayah number 7. التي تطلع على الأفئدة. Okay, so let's have a closer look. Starting with the Hamza al-Wasl, we all know that it turns into a true Hamza, and because the next letter is a lam, it starts with a fatha. So alla, T to stretch because of the ta with the kasra and the ya. Ta, ta, the ta joining to a ta. Give enough time to show that there is a ta with a shadda. Ta, ta. You can hear the thickness of the ta as well. Li, u. So the trick here is when you have an ayn, put your face into the position of the vowel. Here it's a dhamma, so put those lips forward, then make the sound of the ayn. It's a lot clearer and a lot cleaner noise that you get. So ta, ta, li, u, a, lal, f. Make sure you've got lots of noise for the fa. I, da. So again, take off the dots, take off the vowel, it becomes a ha with a sukun. And this is only when you stop on a ta marbuta. When you come across a ta marbuta that you need to read that you're not stopping on, keep it as a ta, don't turn it into a ha. This is a rule of stopping on ta marbuta. Okay, then we have ayah number 8. Inna ha alayhim mu'sadah. So just let me bring your attention to this meme here. This meme had nothing on, and I even missed it out when I was doing the notations as we were reading through the ayah to show you that I actually missed out that meme completely in pronunciation. Why? Because it's followed by a meme with a shadda. So you take your ha with kasra and you join up to the meme with the shadda, and this is where you hold the ghunna. And then you have the sharpness of noise of the hamza with the sukoon. Don't get confused by the fact that the hamza is sat on top of a waw. The waw does not get taken into account for pronunciation. Sad is thick and heavy, dal, and then when you finish on the ta marbuta, as we have been all the way through this surah, it turns into a ha with a sukoon. Okay, so let's go for this last ayah. Ayah number 9, we have fi ma dimmu madda da. So what do I want to bring your attention to? I want you to make sure that you do not miss out the holding of the meme with the shadda, the ghunna here. We join from the kasra to the meme with the shadda because those two kasras were sliding. That was the indication that we had to look to the next letter. And the next letter is this meme with the shadda, so this is where the ghunna needs to be held. We give time to this dal with shadda so we don't miss out the timing for two dals inside that shadda. And when we finish on the ta marbuta, yep, you know it, we take off the vowels, we take off the dots, it becomes a ha with a sukoon. So phew, actually, it's not an easy one, this one. I give it to you. This one does take a little bit of super extra attention. Let me take off all these markings, just so it's a nice clean board. And I can read this surah to you with some element of fluency so that you can follow it as you go along. Let me start with the basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Waylul likulli humazatil lumazah. الذي جمع مالا وعدده يحسب أن ماله أخلده كلا لينبذن في الحطمة وما أدراك ما الحطمة نار الله الموقدة التي تطلع على الأفئدة إنها عليهم مؤصدة في عمد ممددة. Well done, everybody. I know that took a lot of concentration, so well done. Please do go through the video again if you need to. No shame in that at all. and I'll see you next time for our last Learn to Read Quran class. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.